Welcome into the Bobby Carpenter Show on this big Tuesday. And it's been a huge week. We had our guy Carson Hinsman on yesterday talking a little bit about the O-line. Now flipping over to the defensive side. And I can't remember. Did we have CJ on last year, Schlegs? I think we might have when he was still playing linebacker. Now he's playing D-line. He's converted down to the front, playing a little edge for us. Want to welcome in our guy, CJ Hicks.
How you doing?
CJ, what's up, baby?
What's good?
Kettering Alter alum, now playing a little defensive line. And so I know you've talked a little bit about this, but what was that transition like for you, kind of going from even a little bit during, the playoff run where you starting to get some reps and practicing that a little bit to ultimately, going through the spring and your comfort level now of playing some defensive end, some edge?
Coach Jay does a good job on making me feel welcome to the room. I'm loving it. When I first started in the spring, it was a lot to take in, but the more reps I got, the more comfortable I got, the better I felt, the better I played. So, me and you talked about it earlier too. So I'm excited for it.
There we go.
Hey, I want to go like this, CJ. So I've been a big fan of you. I first got a glimpse of you in January of 24. It was super fun. I got to train you in the rack. Worked extremely hard. You're extremely talented. Big time recruit, not a big time recruit. You're going through, you got Cody. Cody's doing a great job, right? Sonny's there. You got this great unit. James is coaching you up. Probably, honestly, not where you expected you would be right now. And then now you've made this transition to edge. And what I've really loved about you is you're like, I just want to add value. I want to go. I want to push people. And I will also say this, and I tell people, regardless of where you are in your aspirations, like you never wavered. I saw you go compete every single day. You're the same person every single day. That alludes to your character, and I appreciate it about you. Tell people about how hard that is, even in those struggles, but also how it produces the confidence in your own, in yourself and your own ability, and the what's the other word I'm looking for here, Bob? Like not Bob, not the resolve that you have now that you're a little bit older. Tell people about that process, like personally for you.
It was a long journey for sure. Even now things aren't solidified, but obviously I'm gonna be me, like you said, work as hard as I can every day to get on that field. But when I first got to Ohio State, with me being a big time recruit and everything like that, I always thought things would be a little different. But as I got into everything, I know you got to work for yours. They don't care about recruits because it's 5 stars coming in every day. So, my junior year when Sonny first moved to linebacker, it was the way I thought about it was I'm going in there every day to work to compete for a spot. But what I learned is throughout that whole experience is that it's God's time and you can't rush everything. Everybody, the journey is different. So like, look at JJ. He came in first day. He is who he is. Some people are late bloomers. It doesn't matter as long as you do what you're supposed to do. And like you said, get on the field and ball. That's all that matters.
So it's interesting. We talked to Carson about this yesterday. You came in. You guys are same year, right? You and Carson?
Me and Sonny. We Sonny and Carson. Yeah.
Yeah. So and every one of you guys has had like a different journey. And Carson played a little early, and then you get then you come in. They bring in a guy. You don't play as much, and then you're ultimately given your opportunity. He ends up making the most of it down the run and plays really, really well. I've talked to this a ton about with Cody, because I was talking to a lot of scouts and coaches that I knew, and they're like, well, why didn't he play earlier? Why didn't he play earlier? I'm like, well, how's his film? Like, his film's great. I go, then don't worry about that. Everybody has their own maturation process, and there's guys that are playing around you and opportunities show themselves. And so I asked Carson this yesterday, CJ, and and I say this, man, because I was like, and Schlegs will laugh and co-sign this. Like, I was probably like the most emotional wreck. I don't know I was probably like Jermaine, just not quite as, still. But like going into my senior year, like they told me, like, hey, we're going to move you to edge and you're going to play first and second down Sam. We'll play you an edge in our rush and our nickel stuff. And I was like, I don't really want to do this. But but it's a way for Schlegs to get on the field more and play our best 11. It's like, okay, can I add value? And I don't know, dude. Like I was like contemplating transferring my senior year, like even going into it, and with a great team, all my friends. Like I got sick of stuff some days, and I emailed some coaches and different things. And so I asked Carson this yesterday because when you're going through and everybody gets here, especially you're a big time guy, and you think, hey, I'm going to get there, probably be starting by my second year, play another year, maybe two. Like I'm going to be an NFL guy. Like, and this is this linear track, of success. Like everything's just going your way, and you're always like taking a step up every day. And I asked Carson why he came, because him being an out-of-state guy. But then the bigger question, I was like, well, why did you stay? And an era now where you could transfer. Because I'm going to be honest, like I used to get in fights with Fick, and I probably would have went in there and bam, portal button, like right after practice, out of here. I hate everybody, with everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
What has kept you here, through the last 18 months? When realistically, you could probably have gone somewhere else and been a starter last year, definitely be locked in here, be a featured guy, coming back, like no questions about anything. What has kept you at Ohio State?
Really the brotherhood, and it sounds cliche because everybody says that, but it's a group of guys in that locker room that I feel like you don't find everywhere else. On top of that, the coaches that we have in the coaching room, excuse me, and the staff, there's not a lot of coaches like that across the country. Like they care, but at the same point in time, they want you to be the best you that you can be. They want you to grow 1% better each day instead of just letting you go by just because of who you are and what your name is. And on top of that, like you come to Ohio State to play against the best and to play with the best in the country. So I'm going against Donnie and Jimmy last year, before Jimmy got hurt, obviously, but going against first round talent every day, making each other get better and better. So I've learned a lot, but also like I feel like leaving is just an excuse to give up. That's not how I was raised. So
Hey, I want to go into that because, I immediately we resonated, and I knew like you're a relationship guy. You like and you're a green light guy. I tell people this too. Like you're one of the best blitzers, and we saw it, man. Like I'm like, Jay, green light that. So and I say some other things, and so Bob's getting me better about not saying them here, but green light that dude, man. Like a lot of ability, but you're also a relationship guy. Want to know the why guy, spend time guy. How cool has it been now? And I think it's going to bode well for you having a guy like a Matt Patricia who understands guys' skill set, how they can add value. Because again, in the NFL, the NFL is about fits and opportunity. Look at Barrett Browning when he was at Ohio State and he was a Mike and he's in the league and he's an edge. And I view you a lot like that. And now you are at edge. Let me go eat, coach. Put me where you want to put me to add value to our team. How is that relationship and him coming into the building kind of infused you with some new juice and positivity going into this 2025 season?
First I want to start. I love Coach P. Great coach.
Yeah.
I feel like since I met him day one, me and him hit it right off the bat. We talked a lot about ball. We watched film together. He's gone right now, so itching for him to get back so we can watch film together. But the way he talks about how he'll play me and use me to get to the quarterback, and he shows me film of guys that he's worked with before and the spots that he can play me. I love it, and I feel like it's bringing me back to how I was used in high school, where I can just go get the quarterback and play ball, have fun, and enjoy it. And all that confidence and the love for the game is coming back, and I'm glad that Coach B is on the staff for sure.
So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the weight room. You're a very physically gifted guy. Coach Mix likes to get after you guys. You're in the middle of, you got the teams, the training, and we didn't even get into this with Carson yesterday. And Schlegs and I kind of talked about it a little bit, just how you set up the competition, the winner loser stuff, the different team things, because you're a veteran guy now. So you're like kind of on that hierarchy of team leadership, just kind of how all that works throughout the summer to build that competitive edge.
Right now, it's three. Like you said, it's 3 squads against each other. Coach Mick and all those guys, they're very competitive on making competitions. So like today, we did those little sled pushes. Tomorrow, I think we're doing bike sprints. We also did dumbbell beat your best. You hold until obviously you drop it.
Who's on your team? Who's on what squad number are you?
My squad, I'm squad number 1. Squad number 1 is the best squad. We got a lot of dogs in our squad. It's me, Austin. Me, Austin, JJ, Brandon Ennis.
Oh,
Yeah. Who else? Arvell. Who else we got?
who made these
Cameron
teams?
McLean. We drafted them.
Oh yeah, dudes. If you're drafting like, because JJ, people don't realize like you want ultra competitive because these are just it's winner losers. So it's not even like part of it's how great of an athlete you are, but also you want dudes that are just tough. Like
Exactly.
Brandon Ennis, like he might not be the best athlete in the world, but Brandon like doesn't lose stuff.
He gonna bring it out of you for sure.
He was over there. Oh my gosh, I can't think of I lost his name. Number 5, the receiver. Who?
Milan.
Man,
Yeah.
Milan. So Milan's not the biggest dude in the world. And he's over there. He was pumped like because he got like, I don't know, a new little record for his bicep, his arm size.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brandon just beating him down, like, dude, you got no pecs, you got none of this, and just like grinding into him. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Brandon's a great guy.
I want to ask you this. I mean, let's give some stuff to people because you're a veteran. Give me 2 names of somebody that we probably don't know that you respect their work, that are dogs, that you see them, and they don't have to be somebody that plays all the time. It could be a special teamer. Bob and I talk about a lot of our former teammates that nobody would know that we just absolutely respected the hell out of. Who are some of those guys? And then I got a follow-up one, but I want you to answer that one first.
Can I'm gonna show love to the freshmen if that's cool.
Okay, do it.
Whatever.
Epi, the DN.
Yeah.
He just got here. He's gonna be a dog. Epi and Zion Grady. Those 2, they're probably when they come out, probably be the best DNs in their class. It's literally Jack and JT copy and paste.
Awesome.
Zion, you can watch his get off in practice, like watching him in the spring. And I was like, who is this? Because like everybody changes numbers now, CJ. So I get there like spring practice trying to figure out who everyone is, who are the new guys. And I remember looking at KP, I was like, who's that dude? And he's like, that's Zion. I go, is he new? Like Trent Poor? I follow some of it. It's like, no, man, he's a freshman. I'm like, if this kid, you can see it, like you get the work down, all of a sudden he's going to be something special.
Exactly. Both of them are. Both of them are super explosive. That's the thing. Like they're strong, but they both get off the rock. They both want to learn. They ask a lot of questions. They'll be, like I said, first round talent for sure.
How do you teach those dudes to strain?
One more time.
How do you teach those dudes to strain? Because you're a leader now. You're a coach. Like Nick's yelling at you to coach these guys. You coach your players. How do you get those dudes to strain?
It's more on a personal level. So building a relationship with them off the field. Find their why. We talk about their why. So like when the beat your best in the dumbbell holds, I mean, you're telling you like, this is your why. Are you gonna hold this? Your mom's sitting here watching you, your dad's right here watching, your family's depending on you. What you gonna do? Are you gonna just drop it and quit? Or are you gonna sit there and do what you gotta do to, take care of your family?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So with that, competition breeds excellence. And I think you got to train it all the time, and you guys do. Give me your favorite competition that you're like, I'm beating every joker in the building. And give me the competition that when they lay that down, you're just like, I'm going to have to buckle up. And grind through this to get a dub. Like, what are those 2, your favorite and your least favorite?
I don't lose a lot of comps.
I know you don't.
I don't lose a lot of comps. I don't lose a lot in it, but bike sprints, I really, yeah.
Is that the hardest thing? Like, is that what you think the hardest thing is you guys do?
Yes, only because of the fact you're going all out and you don't know how long you're going for.
Yeah. Do you know why that is? Do you know why that's built in?
Cody said it 2 years ago. You have to be willing to what did he say? You have to be able to run the distance without knowing how long the finish line is or how far the finish line is. I forgot.
Are you going to sprint without knowing when the distance is unknown? Yeah.
But
That's good.
yeah, that manifested with the whole team because, like you said, at the end of the day, you don't know, like especially it's different with college football than it's NFL. You can go overtimes and keep going, and you don't know how long until the game's gonna be over.
Well, I'm going to say that, and I want the listeners to understand, right, why. Because you go out there, our goal is to go 3-and-out, but they're getting paid too, right? They got NIL too. They got good dudes too. They're being developed too. You don't know how long, and you're going to go and you watch last year's team, and there were like 6 clips. You're like, how many points were scored in these 5 or 6 clips with a ball on the 3 or the 5 or the 2? And the answer was +7 Buckeyes. I just want everybody to know that is the why, right? That is the why. So with that, I had a great question from the chat. Tyler said this: CJ, just right now where you are, last year's team was a great team, all-time team.
Mhm.
What's the difference right now? And it could be, they're equally good, right? Difference between last year's team and where this year's team is right now.
Last year's team there was guys who've been there, done that. There's more experience for sure. This year, you can tell that everybody's just hungry, and you guys can attest to that from being in spring practices with all the chippiness and all that stuff. Like we're all hungry. We all want to be great. We all want to win. We hate losing.
Yes.
I love it.
Love to win, hate to lose. Is
Exactly.
that part of your makeup?
100%. Like Coach Mick asked us at the end of the spring when we had our exit meetings with him, do you love to win or you hate to lose? But in my opinion, like if you're not coming in first, you lost. There's no second, third place when it comes to being a champion.
That's
You love to win.
I love
You
it,
love to
man.
win.
So let's talk a little bit, CJ, like outside of this. I mean, what movies do you like to watch? What do you do for fun, man? What are your recreations? I know you guys are always at the Woody. You're always grinding. You guys take better care of yourselves. Me and Schlegs, I mean, we used to go out and hang out with Troy. We go out and drink beer and do dumb stuff. Then you guys are all like buttoned up professionals. What do you do then outside of football? What do you enjoy?
I'm really to myself, but when I do go out, I like to go bowling for sure.
Oh, we
D-line,
got to roll, man. I didn't know that. This is great.
yeah, I love bowling. The D-line goes and does a lot of stuff together. We went Top Golf before. We had dinner before our last break, and I think we have something coming up with Patricia, but we have to talk to him about that when he gets back. But love bowling. I've been bowling since I was younger. I'm not that good at it, but if you start to talk trash, I'm gonna talk trash back, and I'm gonna show you with my play.
Hey, I got one from another guy. What favorite part about being a Buckeye? You've been here. I'm gonna exclude the brotherhood, but just the favorite. Keep it in there. Favorite part about being a Buckeye and why?
The relationship, again, the relationships that you build. You don't see people. For instance, this past week, Max Crosby just randomly was in the
Yeah,
facility.
yeah.
Like you don't meet guys like that and people who want to come to Ohio State even if they didn't go there for school. There's greatness in the building every day. You walk through the halls, you see all the national championships, you see LeBron James right there, you see all the first round talent. And then, like I said, you see guys coming back still want to talk to the coaches and pour into the young guys and people that's still on the team. I feel like you don't see that a lot of places.
You definitely don't. It's something that's wholly unique, and it's been going on for like 40 years, and that's what makes this place incredibly special. CJ, outside, I mean, you do a little bowling. Like, I mean, I see all these guys, CJ, take the trips. You guys going. What are we doing in our downtime? Like, if you're going to one vacation spot, where have we headed so far, and then what was your favorite?
I don't travel how the other people travel. I'm gonna say that now.
Okay, that's listen, man. Carson's got like a car that's like 50 years old, so that was beautiful.
Yeah. So you're asking like, what did I do on my last break, basically?
Yeah, like what did you do? Yeah, like man,
Bro, he was out there working with that D-line coach. Like you were working on I saw you guys.
Yeah, BT Jordan.
Yeah, BT.
I talked to you about that a little bit today as well. BT, he's along with Coach Jay, has poured so much into me and helped me become more comfortable playing edge. So with that and with me being a veteran guy and only having a year or two left, I'm trying to make the most of it, especially with me going into the new position. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Once I'm outside the way, I'm still trying to learn, watch videos, things like that, and work on my craft. So went down to Dallas, worked with him, Von Miller, Willie McGinnis, Rashawn Gary was down there. There's a lot of NFL guys down there as well, but learned a lot of things from them. Definitely incorporated some of the stuff into my game and just the knowledge and things to what I need to look at. Because obviously now with me being on the ball, as far as being off, there's different ways to watch film and things that you need to be paying attention to.
Absolutely. It happens quick. It happens fast when you're on. Like, tell people, the closer you get to the line of scrimmage, the fewer mistakes you can, false steps, because it's right there. You don't have time for athleticism to be able to utilize it and, make up for something. I'll get you out of here on this, man. We're talking about some personal stuff here, like couple favorite movies that you enjoy.
Okay, my 3 favorite movies.
Or even shows, man. Some guys are more into like the shows, the series, whatever you like. You got to give us a couple of your favorites.
I'm a movie guy. So my 3 favorite movies is Scarface.
Okay.
American Gangster.
All right.
Denzel.
Is there a movie that doesn't involve a drug kingpin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, there we go. That's some good stuff, man. Well, CJ, we appreciate the time, dude. It was great to catch up with you. Thank you for spending with us. Now, go watch some film or hang out, recovery, go back over there, hang out with Stu, whatever it is you got going on today, and enjoy it, man. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys having me.
See you, brother.
That's our guy, Mr. CJ Hicks, Kettering Alter native. Great dude, transitioning linebacker to defensive end on the edge, making some moves. We'll talk a little bit more about that and everything that he's got going in here coming up next on the Bobby Carpenter Show.
Creative, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lake Spur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lake Spur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
All right, welcome back in to the Bobby Carpenter Show. And Schleichs, want to tell you about our friends over at Export. Attention parents and athletes, protect what matters most with Export mouthguards, trusted by professional athletes, designed by NHL team dentists. Export mouthguards are scientifically tested to help absorb those high-impact hits to protect both your teeth and your brain. Export mouthguards feature 3 layers of advanced protection, including patented use of carbon fiber, custom fit to your own unique smile, with 3D printed technology, which means more protection, better performance, max comfort, and clear communication, so you can focus on your game, not on your gear. Don't take chances with your safety. Visit exportguards.com/Bobby today and save 15% on your order. Export, protect what matters most.
Hey, Bob, exciting news. We're going to get one of those scanners over here at the Armory, and we're going to do a big push with them, kind of Armory collab with them and that's the craziest thing. People are out there spending, $100 on a chin strap, get a mouth. Like, these mouth guards are fantastic. They're amazing. That's what my kid's going to wear. That's what your kids are going to wear. Better performance, safety. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, it's going to feel good. All right. What was your favorite takeaway right there from Mr. CJ Hicks?
Oh, man. My favorite takeaway was probably why he didn't want to transfer. It viewed as, and it's a different mindset, right? You can go chase a bag, you can go chase playing time. And he sat back, had a hard look, had to talk to a lot of different people, and realized that this was the place that I could be developed. Probably also realized that 1 year here is better than 2 years somewhere else. And again, this place is about fits.
And I've always said that 1 in the car is worth 2 in the bar.
That's not what I was alluding to, but I would say that I think that I honestly believe, I believe in CJ's talent. I believe in CJ. I believe that, it's hard when you're recruited and there's 5 stars and there is a difference between playing a Mike and playing a Will off the ball, what you do. Bear Browning was at Kennedale High School, folks, outside backer. You try to plug and play him as a Mike. That's not what he does. What is he doing? He's rushing the passer in the NFL. Really good compliment to what CJ is, but more athletic at that, not as big. But like that's how the game is evolving. And now to have somebody like a Matt Patricia, I think is going to allow him to have success in also a very crowded room. And so I believe in CJ. I believe in his work. I think good things will happen with him because he's staying consistent with it.
Absolutely, Schlegs. We got some great questions in the chat, and hopefully I'll have an answer for one of them as well. But that's why I always want to ask guys, like when you have an opportunity to leave in an era now where it's so easy to go find a new place. And you know what, Schlegs, that grass, it's always greener when you're looking over the fence, man. It's better. It's so much better over there. Why do you stay? And now that's like, they'd probably offer you some more money. It's going to be more playing time, guaranteed. You're going to be the featured guy. Is it better to be a featured guy at a Purdue, or is it better to be a dude at Ohio State? And like also, he said the guys that you're working against every day, you're working against NFL guys. You and I mean, you went to Air Force. You have a little different perspective on that. Like, I don't know what it would be like to not work against an NFL guy, like in practice. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy who, like when you go good versus good, you're getting a taste. Like, we had Rob Sims, played 9 years in the NFL. Alex Boone, he was young, played a lot. You look at some of the other guys that we had roll through, and all of those guys played in the NFL for about at least a season. Like they were NFL caliber players.
I'm going to use this example. So come here, play here. I'm in between 2 first-round linebackers. There are other great linebackers in the Big Ten that were, first or second team. I think I was a third team all Big Ten or whatever. And I got drafted ahead of those guys. And why? It's when they turn on the film, they're watching that guy, but then they also watch this guy. And where does that guy fit? And that's what Ohio State does. You could be the only guy on that team, and then they're going to look at this guy on this other team that's also making plays with this caliber of talent and like, oh, I'm going to give him the nod or the benefit of the doubt. That's just kind of what it does. Like, and you don't need a lot of years to be able to do that, where they had tenure at those years, 3 seasons plus, right, to accumulate that. That's just the difference of Ohio State. And when you see that, and then you also take the coaching that you're receiving here, it's a different level because they are preparing you for success. And we've seen it very recently in the bank accounts as people are signing extensions from guys that are coming out NFL ready. And I say this all the time. It's not about the money that you're getting right now. The real money happens when you get to the league, and how fast can you get to that second contract? And when you're NFL ready, when you leave Ohio State, it makes that opportunity significantly greater.
Absolutely, dude. I have nothing more to add to that. But we'll have more with the Bobby Carpenter Show coming up next. Yep, I just typed something in the chat and I didn't see what Pat had put in there, and he was reading my mind. Because you talked about it, like, why do people stay? The brotherhood, to compete against the best. When you get to the NFL, you are the most prepared and you're ready to go. And so big news for the Buckeyes. Brian Hartline, another receiver that he has developed, getting the bag. And Garrett Wilson just got an extension. 4-year, $130 million extension, $90 million guaranteed. He's like top 4 in top 3 in guarantees and average per year value. He's been tremendous. And like, they just brought in his old college quarterback, Justin Fields. And so he's had inconsistent quarterback play. I mean, you looked, Aaron blew his Achilles, and so he's got Zach Wilson and the Funky Bunch and everybody else throwing the ball out there. Well, now he's got a guy that he feels good about. He's getting paid like a top flight receiver. He's going to be a top flight receiver. He's been really stinking good in this league, and I'm excited for him to take that next step.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, Bob. And I think and that's kind of it. When you know you have a bona fide dude, and I mean Jeremy Rucker's there, Josh Myers is there. You got a whole, Justin.
I forgot Josh Myers signed there from Green Bay.
Offensive lineman, right? So from Green Bay, he was at Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
So but here's the thing, right? Like this goes into it. When do you want to lock them up? Do you want to continue to go and let them get in their fourth year and another production? And even the way they are going right now, and maybe what they've seen through OTAs with Justin, and like, okay, man, this guy's ready to have a year, and then that money's going to be significantly more. Maybe we can, lock him down now. And that just goes back to what I continue to tell people, like NIL is kind of like gets you through. It also allows guys an opportunity to stay that maybe need another year to go get it of development or fit, depending upon the draft class. Garrett obviously came out early. He's been very, very productive. He's a guy that is an elite wide receiver, and they gobbled him up early with $90 million guaranteed. That makes all NIL other money, right, look obsolete. And that's kind of the point. But you can only have that amount of success by which you were trained and prepared to have success at the next level. And Brian, obviously, through what we've been unleashing onto the NFL over the last few years, is the best in the business. And along with Devin Jordan, who's in there as well, who's increasing his role now that Hartline is the offensive coordinator. And part of that goes into that decision-making. So anyways, it's great to see.
Yeah, this is the calculus of why guys stay at Ohio State, because you continue to get developed there by the elite, the best of the best. You're going against the best of the best. So then when you get to the NFL, you're prepared. And I tell people, not that, 6 figures is a lot of money, and there's times where guys, and I never want to besmirch that, it's like, well, we offered him 400, they offered him 5. And some people are like, well, it's, it's $100,000. Like, well, $100,000 it spends the same for everybody. It is a lot of money, but are you trying to look at like the short dollars, or are you trying to look at the longer dollars, Schlegs, as you're doing this? And so that is where, when you see that, this is what Brian Hartline recruits to. This is what they're recruiting to in that linebacker room. When you start to see guys get drafted and starting to see them get these big contracts, this is what you're recruiting to in the defensive back room, the BIA, the best in America. And guys, when Marshawn Lattimore gets a big deal, and you see Von Bell when when he got a big deal, and these guys coming out, they ultimately get these. Denzel Ward got a big deal up in Cleveland. Like, here it is. And so it's not that not that $100,000 isn't significant. I tell people it is. And if that's important to you right now, then that's great. But if being great is more important to you than those dollars today, then this is the place for you to go.
Right.
And so it's hard, but that's why everybody in the chat, what do they always say? Man, we got the best players. These guys are so mature. They're so measured. They're so well-spoken. They do a good job of articulating their message. They all kind of say the same thing. Why did you stay? Carson, the brotherhood. CJ, the brotherhood. Like, all these guys, you talk to anybody, they'll tell you, because they don't want to leave the guys that they're there with. You enjoy playing with those guys. You enjoy being around them. You enjoy working with them. And so that's all. But when you ask guys to make decisions sometimes like that, right, dude, we're not gonna embarrass you and tell you, well, someone's offering you $500,000. Well, we're going to give you $50,000 and you should just take that because we're going to develop. No, you got to be in the ballpark. Like, there's got to be a range. But at some point you ask yourself, like, that marginal increase, like, I'm an economics guy, Schlegs, that marginal increase of the next, like that next unit, like, how much utility are you gaining from that? Like, in college, are you really getting more utility from that next $100,000, or are you going to be able to gain more utility from great coaching and a great experience and great players being around you? And so that $100,000, you look at it like this. This, you know what? This is, I just stumbled into this. This is the recruiting pitch. The $100,000 that we're not paying you is an investment into your future for those contracts down the line. Imagine if we gave you that and you just invested it. So that's all we're going to do. It's us, you basically investing that in yourself right now, so that that'll be the deal that you get in the future. Look at it as like an investment. Yeah. And I said you could take, a small X right now and then convert that to that. And maybe you could do that in another place, but you have more examples of it happening there.
100%.
There's more opportunities for it to happen there as well.
And that is not the only sum of success, Bob, if that's the right term. That's not the only one, because there's other guys that leave maybe for the 100 grand, but it's also the connections, the relationships, the being in the city. Like, what are you going to do for life after football? And now you've left and you're a vagabond with no home and no community or, brotherhood or network of which the largest fan base in the country can give you. Like, there's levels to all of this. And obviously Garrett Wilson is on a different level, right? But there's levels in a form of a career as to where does that take you down the road?
Well, that's the levels that you have those conversations, and I'll have to talk to Xavier and try, like with Xavier Johnson, who, was a walk-on here, earns a scholarship. I forget where he was at originally. I think he's in Houston now.
Yeah.
And he was there, but he goes, hey, everybody knows that I'm a Buckeye. Like, and I need a job. And that's what he was like talking. He's like, in the future, he's like, all these people down here are Buckeyes, this and that. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's the future of your life then. So the day that you take that helmet off, you're still going to have opportunities and still be able to move forward and to be able to get stuff done, get it done in a big way. All right, Schlegs, I want to tell you about our friends over at Backer Schlegs. Premium brand, premium products, bckr.com. They do a great job. They've got the doodads, the whatchamacallits, all of the contraptions that you need with the elite gear. It's all there for you. They've got rain gear, wind gear, cold gear, the hats. It looks good. It's Buckeyes. They even have some other teams if you're into that. Maybe you're not. Maybe a friend is. And
maybe you like to dabble.
Maybe you like to dabble, Schlegs, put a wig on and wear an Oregon coat. It's whatever it's for you. But it's all out there. It's all in play. It's elite premium gear. A portion of the proceeds goes back to Ohio State's NIL that we were just talking about. And use promo code all caps Bobby, BOBBY at checkout. You get free expedited shipping. Again, that's Backer, bckr.com. Go check them out. Headlines coming up next.
Creative, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lake Spur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lake Spur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
All right, time for our headlines brought to you by our friends at Lake Spur. If you're looking to scale your marketing, Lake Spur Marketing is the place for you. Their team has been a trusted marketing ad agency with over 100 years of experience. They've got a broad range of experiences within their team. So regardless of injury, they have answers and solutions for you. The Lake Spur team prides themselves on building those partnerships. They're going to be confident they'll deliver results, but more importantly, they're going to develop that relationship with their clients to learn about their business so they can grow it while you help continue to run it and work on it. Lake Spur Marketing, the proof is in their partners. Visit lakespurmarketing.com. All right, Schlegs, Teddy Bridgewater, good dude.
Oh, man, this is a great one.
One of the best. Got in. You and I have kind of both dabbled in this. My dad coached at Lancaster for 25 years. He was at New Lex before that. Spent the entirety of his post-NFL playing career coaching high school and middle school football, being an AD for a year in there, but really just giving back to the folks. And you know what? There are some schools that maybe don't necessarily have all the funding. They don't have all the opportunities that other kids do. And so a lot of times the coaches, they step up and they go into their own pocket to help them out. And Teddy Bridgewater, he's a volunteer coach at Northwest High School. And so this is what he personally covered, like $14K for training camp, $9,500 for team pride sets. That's probably all the all the gear and everything that you got. Over $2,000 a week for pregame meals, $1,300 a week for recovery, $700 a week for Ubers and more. And so they're saying that's like a violation, a recruiting violation. Like coaches can, I don't know if coaches, you can pay for those guys now in college. And I don't know what the Florida NIL situation is. But they said they suspended him. And so it's like, you have a guy right here, and this is something that my dad would do. Like, if you need a piece of equipment and it's not in the budget and it's important for your team to win, bang, you buy it. if we need to get peanut butter sandwiches for our kids to eat after practice because maybe they don't have the funding and opportunity to do that, Schlegs, you know what you do? You go buy the stuff. You go buy donuts and orange juice and milk for the guys on Saturday morning to watch them film. Like coaches a lot of times go in their pockets to do that. And, you'll love the fact Teddy Bridgewater, great guy, he's a Miami native, giving back. And this is his post-playing career, and awesome that he's getting to do this. And now they're suspending him. And they're acting like, it's some sort of recruiting and inducement and stuff. Listen, there's other schools that their parents can pay for that. Their school, budget can pay for it. Their booster club Schlegs. Not everybody can do that.
I mean, I'll put it this way. I mean, like, you have so many that just they happen to have the means to be able to do this. And I look back at my dad and all of the different meals that he purchased out of his own pocket for the O-line to come over and watch ball on a Saturday from Golden Fried Chicken, and then you listen to Coach Locke, who literally worked an extra job to be able to pay for some things for his guys because they didn't have cleats or whatever. And I never make the mistake. Like when I was in St. Johns County, my kids' high school, like, they didn't bus them. Like the parents drove them, but there were kids that couldn't buy the meals. Like I got like what's left over. Okay, do it. Or, hey, they need more equipment. Like I bought it, and like, that's what we need to be able to train. He just did this. And, whether it was a competitive advantage or not, it doesn't matter. Like everybody has the opportunity to. It just, he happened to be at a school with the means to be able to go serve those kids in that capacity. Didn't mean he gave it to them. Like none of those kids like, hey guys, we're going to go through training camp and this is going to be fun and we're going to have all these different things. Like, no, you need it. Like all these things are things that, they want them to have some new uniforms, or, hey, these kids don't have any meals. Like I want to make sure they got fuel in the tank to go play, and hey, they've never known how to recover. I got that. And like, ice ain't cheap, by the way. So, hey, I'm going to go buy a bunch of ice for them. And some of them don't have cars to get somewhere. I might have to get that. Like, all right, cool. I don't know what the Florida thing is. And again, it's not a big deal. Whether or not he knew about it or not, he still did it. He probably was like, I'll take that because I did what I needed to do to serve those kids. So
Buckeyes, good job for him.
Yeah, good for him. Man.
Coming up next, Schlegs, we've got our favorite segment, Tailgate Talk. We answer your questions. Fire them into the chat. You're coming up on Bobby Carpenter Show. All right, Schlegs, welcome back to the Bobby Carpenter Show. And if you're, as always, you're watching, please like, subscribe, leave your questions, comments. We love all of it here. Now we get to answer your questions. One of the questions that fired in there, Schlegs, was what does the CJ stand for? And I'm upset we didn't ask him that. And I texted him and he texted me back, great job. And I was like, hey, what does the CJ stand for? I have not gotten an answer yet. I was kind of looking around and poking around the internet to see if I could find it. I don't believe that you know it. I'm going to try to figure it out and hopefully get that back to you here maybe tomorrow or sometime.
Charles Jones.
Is that what it is?
Charlie Jones. No, I'm just making that up.
Sure it's not Christopher Jason?
Could be.
Maybe it's the J as a junior,
That one junior wouldn't be as – well, it could be. Yeah.
Like some people go by CJ. Like
Aaron James, Hawk.
Yeah. But there's people
Actually,
I know, like there's people that I know, Schlegs, that their first name is, I don't know, Bobby, and like they're juniors, so they go by BJ. Like that's a thing. You do realize that.
You're great at those. Yeah, got it. I understand. I got you. I don't know. We'll put that in the chat. We'll put that in the chat tomorrow.
Yeah. Nick Brown threw out, who are 3 players that aren't getting enough attention this offseason that might have a breakout year? That's interesting. I think CJ is a guy that maybe a lot of people aren't talking about a ton. That could be one of those guys. I think Arvell Reese is someone that people probably mentioned a lot. I'm curious to see how their secondary shakes out. With what that looks like with Jalen back there, Malik Hartford, those guys are going to be flanking Caleb, like how does that rotation break out? Who will the nickel be? Lorenzo Styles is taking a lot of reps, but they've got some of the young guys there too. I think Aaron Scott could play a lot on defense. I think Bryce West could get some action. Honestly, I think one of the guys who has always been around the football and just has been stuck behind guys, and this is the thing at D end. You got CJ, then you got Kenyatta, and then you got Caden Curry. And so, like, they're all kind of battling. And Caden is just always a guy that's been around the ball. Like, he just finds the ball. So I think he's a guy. And then Mylan Graham's another guy that I think could be in the mix to kind of a breakout a little bit on offense.
Well, Ethan Onanawa.
He's a big dude. I saw him in there today. He is huge.
He's a monster. Senior transfer. I think he brings some juice. I like him. I'm interested in that. Luke Montgomery, who played late. That's another guy. Austin's moving to tackle, I believe, right? So
yeah, I think he's going to be competing at right tackle. He'll probably end up being the dude right there.
So, and again, like another person that transferred in, like I would say the running back room, the CJ Donaldson, the James People mix, right? We don't really know what that's going to look like, just sticking with the offensive side of the ball. I think Edric Houston could be a really, really good 3-10.
He's got I'm trying to. I think Edric might come on later this week.
He's got a chance. He's got a chance, and I like him. It is. Will he have that makeup that the TNT did in the middle? You know what I'm saying? Him and K-Mac. Do they embody that to be able to give them the reps?
K-Mac was doing front raises with 100-pound plates sitting down.
Yeah. Because that's what you do. Like normally. Hey, that's a good strength coach there. It's like, no, here, you're grabbing 100 because you can.
Yeah.
And then you go in there, right? Like, you'll get that NIL deal, man.
Yeah. Because you know why, Schleggs? I told Sonny, you should be happy playing it behind him because that's like the forklift. That front press, you just pick the dudes up off the ground and then carry them down the field.
Sit down, play raises.
Kind of like what that hockey player did, Schleggs. Kind of like what the hockey dude did when he drove him into the pond, like just got him up, elevated, and got him all the way back there. Buckeyes. All right, well, that's it for this edition of Tailgate Talk. Coming up, we'll wrap up the Bobby Carpenter Show with Schleggs' parting thoughts.
Creative, experience, results. That's what drives growth. That's what builds brands. That's Lake Spur Marketing, a full-service agency built on trust, strategy, and performance, not fluff. From bold strategies to flawless execution, every campaign is rooted in smart planning and driven by clear goals. We don't chase clicks. We build partnerships. We show up, dig in, and deliver every single time. Lake Spur Marketing. The proof is in our partners.
All right, Schleggs, floor is yours.
Hey, throw it up there, Pat. Hey, so somebody planted a flag in remembrance of this viral scuffle, and I'm not about the negativeness because like that's uncalled for, but I want to bring attention because it was a hockey player and then just a regular dude, and the roles were reversed because in the real movie Happy Gilmore, Bob Barker got the best, R.I.P. Literally 99. 1 cent for going over 100. He knew how to play the game. But Happy Gilmore is coming out July 25th.
There we
Odyssey put out a putter in commemoration of this, along with Just Tap It In. Super juiced up for that. And I just thought we could segue some of that's kind of a negative into a positive.
Yeah.
Buckeyes.
Bang! Bang! Sound effects. I love when you have your own sound effects, and it's the hockey stick putter, Schleggs. That's second only to the Peter putter that AJ has.
AJ has the best putter I've ever seen.
He does.
Super pale like him, extra veiny.
Extra veiny. Very lean and vascular, Schleggs. That's the key. Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you for staying with us here. Stay locked in tomorrow. I got Bill Bender joining us. AJ is going to be in Indy for the Bobby Carpenter Show and should have a big finish to the week. So stay right here with us.